Hell yeah. It's
Holy
always
crap.
an honor. I mean it. We know each other for 20 years, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You're one of the few, Ben, and I will never get tired of seeing live and hanging around. We've been through a lot and have so much memories. But I remember clearly when I was a kid listening and growing up with the Planet Smasher. I would never thought I'd become friend with you guys. And I know each of you personally, and you're all crazy and beautiful human being and creating
Ah,
such great things. But maybe for that one person that don't recognize your beautiful face, your beautiful hair, who the hell are you?
I'm Matt from the Planet Smashers. I play guitar with my beautiful hair.
I did the
Uh,
interview with Bite Me Bambi.
yeah.
Um, One of the guys said, and I said a Planet Smasher, and we spoke with Matt, and he said we're from
Aw.
Montreal. I was sure they were from the US.
We get that even. We were just playing last weekend in La Valtrie, and a couple people came up and said, I mean, I thought, we thought you were from the States. Like all this time, we thought you were an American band. Then we realized you're from Montreal. I'm like, have you seen us play before? He's like, yeah, like a few times. Like, I was speaking French. He's like, you were? I'm like, oh man, it's that bad?
Like,
I'm
oh
too proud.
wow, that guy from the state learned our language. How crazy it
Yeah,
is.
man, it's amazing. It's pretty good. Hey
Your
man,
French is
but
not bad.
I did live in Toronto. J'ai déménagé à Montréal et puis éventuellement, if eventually it sinks in and you figure it out, even someone like me.
Man, like if I were English, learning French is really tough. It's not like if like Spanish, for example, is
Yeah,
way more easy and English is
yeah,
way more easy. I tried
it is.
German. It's fucking
Oh,
hard.
all right.
It's so
There's three.
different.
Yeah, there's three. Yeah, it's a lot way harder.
Yeah.
German's. I was trying to in Portuguese because I went to Portugal a couple weeks ago with the family. It was amazing, and I learned some words. I learned a whole bunch of Portuguese. I went to go use it, and I learned Portuguese from Brazil, so it didn't work. They got
Yeah.
they thought it
It,
was
it's
funny, They're like, no, 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 that's wrong too. That's wrong. Just stop. I'm
yeah.
gonna keep you with now. I'm like,
It's like going to Louisiana thinking like, oh, they're gonna get it, like the
yeah.
Quebec French. No,
C'est
it's
ça.
different.
When we play in the southern states, Alex, our saxophone player, he's francophone. He's there, and they start talking to him, and he's like, "It's like they have marbles in their mouths, and it's just like, like aucune idée what they're saying, not a clue." Man, that happens for me quand on joue au Saguenay. Il y a des fois, il y avait un groupe qui parle à moi, un groupe première partie, il parle, et il m'avait demandé, "Est-ce que tu as joué hier soir quelque part?" I had no idea what he said. And I'm just like, we're just playing one show. I don't know what you're saying. So, c'est le même. Les différents accents, c'est quand ils sont, you know, dans différentes régions, c'est difficile.
It's
Beaucoup
so
plus
true. My
difficile.
girlfriend is actually from Jonquière in Saguenay, so I know all
No,
about that. And
no,
and they poke me like they say, "Dad, I got the accent," which is surely true. So it's funny.
I like it.
You guys have new stuff, and I like
Yes.
it because every time I'm excited, I just can't wait to hear the songs. And when I do, it's crazy. I'm curious, with all those years and that experience, is it more easy for you? And I know you always challenge yourself, but in a
Yep.
fun way. And
Yeah.
yeah, is it more easy or it's
I mean,
getting harder?
some things are easy and other things are harder. The harder part is finding time to do it because everyone's so busy, and we're not like full time anymore. Back in the day, we just did that. That's all we did. But now, everyone's got stuff, and so it's hard to get together. It's hard to rehearse. It's hard to write horn lines and talk together and get on the same page. So that's more difficult. But the other side, once we get to that moment, it's so special. There's no pressure anymore. It's just like, let's see what we can do. Here we go. And the egos they're gone. No one cries when, a song gets poo-pooed or stuff like that. Um, and we try to, there's a lot of respect in the band. We all respect what the other guys can do. I mean, I'm so thankful to play with these musicians that are in the band, who I call my friends. And I'm always wowed. Sometimes they do stuff and like that. How did you, what? And it's just great. And they can turn a bad idea or an okay idea into a really good idea. Sometimes it goes the other way, and you're like, oh, democracy didn't work.
Not in that, Dan. But that's
Yeah.
crazy because it's a good point. And the thing is, we forget that uh, behind the band, it's friends, and
Yep.
keeping our friends with time. It's really hard with the kids, the time,
It
the
is.
jobs, and whatever. And
Yeah,
our circle is getting just smaller with
it,
times. And like
it
you said,
is.
time is you got the whole life when you're 15, but when you're 40, 50, it's just
Yeah.
So
You want to
times is yeah, you know what you want.
you want to enjoy it too. You want to like and focus on the things that matter. And it's not just things that make you happy. And it's not just things that make money. It's it's things that actually, are are important to, your everything, like your community, yourself, and your well-being, all that good stuff. So those moments when we get together and we really can hammer things out and talk and joke, they're great. So in that aspect, it is easier to make that new album. I mean, the other weird one is, like we can't really sing about that anymore. We're not children anymore. And you want to do another Super Orgy Porno Party, or you want to do like another song like that. Like, yeah, it's just kind of weird if we were to do it now. It doesn't really work.
Hey kids, come here. Dad
Yeah,
has got new songs. What's
yeah.
about, Dad? Yeah. Forget about that.
My kids, I have two 16-year-old girls, and they're pretty, they're ridiculous.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
hilarious.
now. Yeah, they
The
know
kids.
now.
But they always thought they never knew that Super Orgy Porno Party was super. They thought it was Super Orange Porta Party, like a portable toilet, and they thought it was orange. It's like, no. And they're like, oh, Dad, that's what the
Oh my God, that's so funny. Never
yeah.
thought of that. But
So that's it.
yeah, I've
I
got
can't.
like we got teens too, and we got the 4 years old one. We start over during the pandemic, but I know at that age it's so different. It's go
Yeah.
fast.
It's it. It goes fast, and you don't want to write songs that are boring about how my neck hurts, oh my back hurts, like boo. Um, so finding something that you can write about, it's a little trickier. Um, the first single was easy, it all flowed out, and it's a simple song. It's probably the simplest song on the album. It's pure Smashers pop. Like that's not a big that the song doesn't feel like a challenge. Like I mean, like and you can hear it. It's so simple and catchy, and and that was what the song was from the beginning. And everyone understood that's what it was going to be. We're not going to put any kinks into it or anything. We're just going to let it come out. But that song, like the genesis for that song, was kind of nice. Like we were Supernova in the States, in Festival de Ska dans les États-Unis, comme Trois Jours de Ska. It's a great festival.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
The Gainesville Fest, also in Gainesville for the fest. They were at the same time. One's in September and was October last year. And you're up there and you're playing. You play Supernova, and you see a lot of people sort of seemingly meeting on the dance floor and hugging, and you're thinking in your head, I wonder how they know each other. I guess. And then you play Gainesville, and you see these same people, and they walk across from other sides of the dance floor, and they give each other a high five. And then I go find them afterwards. I said, "Did you guys meet at these? Like, I just want to know." And they're like, "Yeah, a lot of people just meet at these festivals, and they're my festival buddies. I only see them at these two festivals, once every year." And that made me thinking like, oh man, that's so cool that you met them on the dance floor. And there it was. So that's where that came from. And moments like that where when you're trying to write a song, you're like, what am I gonna write about? And it's like, oh, that's a good one. It's harder to find those moments, like those life moments where you can do something like that and actually turn into a song. But it's nice when it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not the money, it's not the ego, it's not
No.
the fame. It's seeing those moments, being part of that, and creating that with the music. Because I think we're all here to connect. And it's Christian from Cayman and the 45,
Yep.
which is a good friend of ours. He said, "I've got the meaning of life, Eric." And I'm like, I'm so curious. You have that amount of time to create the most memory, and then that's all you leave this world with. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
That is
That's
a beautiful way to be, man. I love that. And I think that too. I'm impressed with people who can, travel on their own. Like that's hard for me to do at this point in my life because I want to be able to share my memories after because it's so important for me to be able to share them. But it's also important to take that moment for yourself. Something I probably need to work on. But for me, I'm all about sharing memories and doing things. And like I mean, we sit in the van. We just drove back from Val d'Or on Sunday, And all we
which is a
talked about,
long ride.
oh yeah, it gets long. You know, you talk about nature being nice and everything, but then you just talk about good times you had. And do you remember playing Mount Laurier back in the day? You know, Grimskunk and all this stuff, and this and that, and so it's fun, like reminiscing those moments. And yeah, pack them in, get those memories. And again, that's what Smashers, why for me it's so special is because I get to be with these people that I shared a lot of memories with over the years. And we have a lot in common, but we also have a lot of things, you know, like we're not like on the same page, but yet we are when we're in this band. And it's nice. It's kind of special. And we look out for each other. So it's good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and people have to understand that we're all different and unique, and
Yep.
it's impossible that everybody will think the same way. There's always something that you will agree on and not agree on. But with
Yeah.
time, you learn to deal with that in
Yeah.
peaceful way that you understand that it's your friend, and it's friendship is way more than just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's taking care of each other's,
It
because
is.
yeah, we grow up, we know, but sometimes just talking about our life in the family or whatever is just help out. And
It's a special little thing. You know, it's interesting that you mentioned that. Like I'm just thinking like about the album, like that, you know, the album and these moments where like musically, you know, we're very different. Um, but sometimes I don't know, we are all of a sudden we just on some songs we just get on the same page. Or maybe it's just my perception that we get on the same page, but it feels like we all got on the same page and it's the same for everyone that we know that we got on the same page, but it probably isn't. It's probably just me that feels like we're all anyway. But there's a few songs when that happens and you know everyone gets the same emotion or the same vision of
yeah,
what the song is, and those moments are incredible. But at the same time, when you write a song and you think it's going to be like this, and then someone else comes in and makes it like that, and it gets better, I mean, they're both special. So, you know, anyway, but exactly what you're saying, friendships is important, and that comes through in our songwriting. You hear it, you know,
yeah,
or as I
yeah,
see it.
yeah. And like the evolution of the writing, it's pretty interesting. I remember when I heard Fabricated the first time and I
Yeah,
listened to the record, I was like, oh, that's a step, with
it
the
was.
meaning. And
Yep.
like, okay, it's fun to have, goofy songs, but then we have something more to say, something
Yeah.
more to share. And sometimes the lyrics are pretty hard and the song is really catchy and happy, but it makes you think, and it creates something, an emotion inside you. And since that records, I remember with Mighty and everything, you mix kind of everything, and I think that's why it's working. People always follow you blindly, because no making a fucking joke with blind, but
Yeah, it's good.
yeah, but yeah,
Um,
people
it,
like it because they know that you guys as understand that the fans are important and they're part of that, and
they
you
are.
follow not a line but that direction and that vision of what the
I,
Smasher
I
should be since the beginning.
I'd agree. I mean, there's definitely some songs on this album where we're definitely exploring things for ourselves and figuring out what we can do with ska and where we can and still be in the formula of what Smasher music is. Um, and for us, it's very different. For other people, it might just sound like another Smasher song, but it's fun to do. You know, the next single that's coming out is very different from Dance Floor. It's still catchy, um, but it's dark. You know, it's dark. It seems like it's a breakup song. And but is it? You know, maybe it isn't. Which ultimately for me, that's what it is. It's a loathing song. Fun, self-loathing, but it's real. Everyone has it, and this song is a bit of that, and musically. I'm super proud of it. It's a really cool song, and I hope people like it. I like when Dance Floor came out, I was like, "Hey, smash!" Like literally, I said, "Oh, guys, I got this other song. It's like super catchy. It's kind of embarrassing, but here it is." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I get it. Fine." It's like we didn't work on it. It's done. We worked on it in studio, and they made it better. But this other one, Things You Do, it was a group effort. Everyone got involved, and this is one of the songs where I feel like every part that was added fits. Everyone got it, and I'm so proud of everyone to what they did on this album, this song, on Things You Do.
But I saw it with my eyes. You play it at the show, and it was
Yeah,
not released. So
yeah,
the reaction of the people
it was
was
good.
true,
Yep,
and it was crazy. That show was crazy. It was a fucking Monday, the worst day you can have a show. You know that. You've been
yep,
doing show forever, and
yep.
Monday
We've
is a
never,
pain in the ass
never
everywhere.
played a Monday. Never played a Monday in Quebec. I don't think
It was
in that.
jam packed, and people
Never.
were pouncing like from the start to the
Yep,
end.
it
It
was
was
great.
crazy.
Um, Good venue. I mean, and
La
good
Salle
promoter.
Montaigne.
Right? Good
I used to
promoter
work
too.
there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Did you have any
yeah,
like
yeah. It's a
leftover?
janitor.
Oh, right on. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah. At that time, Doom and Doom from the Hunters and Cavan was getting back at school because his parents said, "Okay, music is a thing, but I'm not sure you're gonna live with that, so you have to have a plan B." And going to college was the plan B, and he was playing in the stairs, and sometimes it was
oh,
long when I was in the stair to clean that. My boss
yeah.
told me that one day, but it's because he was playing, so I was watching him.
Man, come on. That's really funny. But it was a great show, man, and a cool area. And I'm impressed with Carl there, the promoter, for finding that venue. He's doing a lot of shows there now, so we need stuff like that. We need venues, halls like that where we can do things affordably so you can do shows on weird nights and you can do bills that are hard to do because that was an expensive lineup. Like Mustard Plug and Big D, they're not cheap. You got to pay these clowns. Um,
And a band from UK, which
yep.
were fucking
Oh,
amazing.
these
Idleland were.
guys. So they're bringing K-Man over to Europe, which
Oh
is why
wow!
this is why we kind of did this. Like I was like, um, originally K-Man was going to be on the Smasher tour, and I said, well, maybe you should give it the faintest idea since they're bringing you guys over, and then you can do some other shows with them, and you can actually play Montreal again and Ottawa again with them. So K-Man was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Um, give those dates to faintest, and it must have been 8 years ago that we toured Faintest Idea in England. We did a run with them. So we knew
Wow.
them. And we knew that Big D knew them too. So it all kind of made sense. Like it was like, okay, everyone kind of knows these guys. Um, and they're lovely people and they're good band. And they're on for me, they're the band from England that is of the most interest for me. Like I think they're outstanding. They remind me of Flatliners at time. They remind me of like everything, choking victims to some extent, a little bit of like everything, suicide machines even, um, but definitely flatliners. So, and I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and like they really blew everybody minds. I
Yep.
know people. I noticed a lot of people knew them, but it was crazy. Like nobody stole the show because everybody after was stealing everybody's show because it was an amazing lineup. But they
So
fucking nail it. They really win the heart of people. And next time they're gonna
they're
come
gonna
here,
crush it.
they
Yeah,
can they
they
can
did.
align easily.
I think so. Behind the scenes was fun too because it was a Monday night, so everyone's kind of tired. It's the last day of the tour. Everyone's thinking about the big drive, and stuff like this. And one band was leaving that night. And it's pretty sterile. The backstage is a classroom. We're all hanging out, and there's some beers there, and no one really wants to drink beer at this point. And then Faintest shows up with 4 bottles of hooch for all the bits, well, 3 bottles of hooch and one for them, as a thank you. And they give one to Big D, and they give one to Us Plug and one to Smashers. And it just starts slowly. Everyone's like, "Oh, okay, we'll have a drink, mix a drink." And then before you know it, Big D Dave is pretending to be a teacher in this classroom because that's what he does in real life. And it just gets out of hand all of a sudden. Yeah,
Ah,
a little
I re-
role play, and we get going. So it turned that Monday night into a phenomenal evening for all the bands. We had a great time. I mean, that set everything up. No one was wasted, but everyone was like a little, little rosy, a little lit up, and you saw it on stage, like all the bands jumping around together. Anyway, great run. One of my best
yeah.
favorite runs in the history of this band. That 5-day tour. It felt like in my head, so many memories. It fills up most of my life anyway.
But I know when there's a fucking bottle. I remember at Lanty, we got kicked out by
Yep.
Cal at 3:15, and then we spoke for 15 more 20 minutes in the street, and we saw the song was about to rise, and we're too old for that shit, so we
Well,
went to
that
sleep.
shit. That
That was
sounds about right.
amazing.
That sounds about right. That's exact. I mean, yeah, that. that was fun. That was a good time. Damn.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I had the same with Didn't Speak, but at the fifth after NoFX. And
Oh wow,
like,
cool.
yeah, yeah. And the staff were like, we love you guys, but you have to leave.
It's like shuffle along. Again, we played Level 3 last weekend and a nice outdoor festival, really fun, lots of people.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking at the merch table because they just want to talk and we're hanging out too. And I'm because the guys come like Pat and Alex were with me and we're just sort of hanging out at the merch area and people are buying a few things. We're mainly just talking. And security's like, okay, guys, come on. And then no one really listens. We keep on talking. Then they just turn the lights off and the whole area, it's just dark. Get out.
Oh my God. And they start the Life O'Brien songs like that they
Yeah.
all play at the end, like fuck, get out.
Get out. You can't you keep on drinking, but you can't do it here. But
But
yeah,
that's exactly what I was saying. That's the
yeah.
connection. And
It is.
that's the reason why I think we're still here. It's not the money, it's the connection with people and those moments that we build. And it's
I mean, I
crazy
love those
because
moments. Yeah.
I'm sure that you went to family or people that don't have that excited life, and they're like, they're telling a story and they're all excited, and you're like, oh my God, that is so boring. And you just think at the less crazy thing you've been through for all those years, and you're like, it's gonna blow that story, man.
Yeah, I mean, there is some of that. I mean, the fun thing, like the some of the friends that I'm running with now that are outside of the band, outside of music, it's all because of the kids. Like, you meet different parents and you're like, okay, well, my kids are best friends, so let's hang out. Um, so there's four other dad and mom, like four dads that my kids are one of my kids is good friends with, and we hang out a lot, and we're very different people, but we all get along, and they have come to our shows, and they actually have come backstage and they share some of these memories that I've had. So in ways, um, it's kind of like they they just get it a bit more, and it's kind of nice when you have those moments with people like that have seen what the band is about and respect it and don't just think it's a silly little thing. It's more than that. It's not just the music. It's everything. It's the environment. There's no place that I'm happier. I love my wife. I love my kids, but when I'm on stage and I'm singing, um, yeah, it's really special. I'm
Yeah,
not a singer.
because
I'm not meant to be a singer. You know, I was never trained in anything like that. And so I'm doing something that I'm never thought I would be able to do. And I'm lucky for that. I'm appreciative of all the patience people have had.
but
But
like you mentioned, it's not an ego thing. It's being
yeah,
your moment on stage,
yeah,
and you're in your bubble. Of course, you listen to but you're in that moment
yeah,
and being fed by the energy of the crowd. So it's that time that you're with you, in peace with you. And I think that
yeah,
happiness is just small part of your life that you have to think about, and it makes sense that it's just one thing at the end, and you forget about the other thing. But when I'm riding a snow, for example, I'm
yeah.
on that zone where I'm all alone thinking and doing that. And
In
I
the
think
moment.
it's important to have those moments. People restrain their self of creating. Everybody has that in you. Everybody's an artist. It's
I think
just a
everybody is.
term.
I mean, like you said, everyone's an artist, and some people are really gifted, and they're amazing, and they're so talented, and yet for some reason they don't succeed. You know what I mean? Like they don't have the opportunity, they don't have the drive, or they don't have the moment. And that bums me out. And I look at the Smashers, and we were really bad when we started, man. We were so bad. And I couldn't sing, and I could
Who
barely
were?
play guitar, and I couldn't do anything. And we got away with a lot of stuff, and eventually we figured it out. And I'm lucky for that. And I think that there's so many, like even with Stomp, there's so many talented bands that have been on Stomp Records that no one has heard of or no one listened to, and I don't understand. I'm like I don't, whatever. I'm not okay. I'm also not a very good businessman. Um, because we sign bands because we like them and not whether they can do well. So, yeah. Um, But I always expect these bands, every album we put out, I expect it to be huge. I'm like, this album's gonna be massive. It's going to hit. Woo! And then no, no one likes it. No one understands it. and that's very frustrating. And the moments when these albums do work, it's rewarding and great, but I think the frustration is the thing that bothers me the most. The albums
Mm.
that don't get heard, the bands that don't get heard, and uh, and the art that doesn't come out. So I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, get out there, try, do your thing. Don't let people hold you back. You know, I put those fingers up. Don't let them grind you down. All that stuff. And just go do it. I mean, like I want more young bands. I want more young guitar, bass, punk bands and ska bands coming. I mean, there's some great ones out there in Quebec, but in particular, some really good young punk bands, which is super exciting. Um, but I mean, that's what I want to encourage the youth to do. I want them to, you know, not rely on TikTok and AI and all this bullshit and make music part of their lives. It's not the same. When we were young, that's how we identified. It's not the same. But it is such an amazing thing. And
It's
if
crazy. In a couple of years, they're gonna play like as a documentary Terminator.
perfect. You
It's a
got it.
tool. It's a tool, and
Yep.
like tool, you don't.
Yep.
It need art. It needs souls, and that's what human are for. And it's
Yeah.
a good point that you mentioned. Like, people don't restrain yourself. Just do it. And it's. I know
Yep.
it's cliche, and you heard it, but it's like running. When you go running and you get back, you feel happy. It's a
Great.
therapy. How
It
many
is.
times were you down and you had a hit and you start
Oh man.
writing a songs and you see the
Yep.
evolution and then you play it live and you're like, man, I remember like it was a
Yep.
tragedy and I
Yep.
change it into something positive. And
Yep.
I think that's the mentality of the Smasher.
Hey man, that's really cool. I like that. The next single, like I said, it's darker. It's a bit of a self-loathing song. Um, it's like that. It was a bad moment that we're trying to flip into a release. Like we really try to make it sound like it resolves. Like you have this problem and it sucks and you know everything's shitty, and then there's this moment where it's supposed to, just getting rid of it, and you fucking finally vanquish this feeling and these bad um memories, and you get through it and you push through. So that's what this is kind of like. You'll hear it musically. You'll be like, oh, I hear it there. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So it's fun. Like the new songs are, I'm really proud of them. We had some really cool collabs. We collaborated with Neville Staple from the Specials on two songs. Collaborated with Ike, who is the original drummer from the Selector, he's a tasty drum. His drum fills on the first Selector album. Damn, so good. He plays timbales on a song and he sings backup on one. And then we even have a weirder cameo, which I think is fantastic. It's Sarah from Brand Van 3000. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. So she sings
Wow.
backup. She has a tiny little backup. We couldn't, our Andy couldn't hit the high note. Like, well, I thought he could. He really
I'm
thought
sure
he
you're going to
could.
say, I could. You didn't let me enough time. Give me more time and I will hit the
I
note.
mean, he got closer than I could. There's no way I could get up there. But he got up there, man. He was way up there. But he wasn't good enough for Rod, or engineer. So Rod just was like, "Hey, yo, Sarah, can you just like do this thing for me?" So
That's
he
so
doesn't really
cool.
talk like this, but I pretend he talks like this. But he doesn't talk like this. Doesn't talk like a gay. Rod is more like, "Hey, yes, he's an Australian guy. He talks like, yeah, pass me some water. You Saudi old. I don't know. I can't do it." But anyway, we got Sarah to sing, and she's so lovely and she's very talented. She's the one that she co-wrote that song, amongst others by Brand Van. At
Wow.
least I believe she did. Um, and so it's really nice to have someone like that on the album. And then the rest is just us doing our thing, trying to just play the ska, play the ska, sing the songs, and yeah, I'm pretty excited.
And
It
and
comes along.
I'm sure I told you that, but I think it's important to mention it again. I know a lot of people thought that ska was like a 3 years thing, but that was the mainstream thing. And
Yep.
we are not from the mainstream, we're from
Yeah.
the underground. And in
Yep.
the underground, ska was there a long time ago because ska create reggae. People were
Yep.
smoking way too much
Yep.
weed. They slow down
That's it.
and then
I
you
love
got
that.
reggae and it's from ska, so the importance of ska is undeniable.
It is.
And you've been pushing that flag for all the years, even when it was harder.
Yep.
and it's harder now, and you're still there. And for that, congratulations, Matt. You stick
Oh,
to
thank
it
you.
and that dreams, and you
Well,
make
I'm
so
still,
many people happy.
yeah, man, I like that. That's cool. And you're right. The ska music, but I think we're in a good spot now with ska. I mean,
Yeah.
like there is some attention, from mainstream media, but not a lot. But it's especially in the States, it's really cool right now because they got a bit of a thing, like with mainstream culture in America, turning on LGBTQI, everything, transgender, all the negativity in American mainstream culture right now. It's the best for underground music because now we have something to, like do this thing
Yeah.
and like,
Because we
and
embrace those people. That's
yeah,
that's our scene.
and
We're all
silent
fucking
majority.
misfit.
That's it. Silent majority, man. It's there it is. It's back. The silent majority is against what is happening right now. And that's a great feeling. Like, I mean, there's so many people out there that have that same sentiment that are just like, no, I don't want to be a hater. I just want to dance, man. I just want to hang out and be cool and let people live and be happy and let them be who they want to be. So it's fun to have that. And that's a big focus of the young bands playing ska in the States. They're all about that, like Catbite and Killer Lincoln and Omegon, and there's so many great new bands. But
Joystick.
yep, Joystick, what a band, man!
New Orleans.
Holy cow, they're good.
Yeah.
Um, and I think we're gonna get to play with them a bit more. So next May, I'm hoping that they'll be playing with us on that same run that we just did, because they can
Yeah,
get in.
bring them here. We want to
Yeah,
see them
they can get
here.
into Canada now, and they're so good. So there you have it.
Is there still because I buffed one copy on
Yeah,
Stump. Do you still have copy?
we might have some vinyl left. I don't know. I mean,
Check it out, people.
check
Go
it.
on the
Yeah.
Stump website
I
and
mean,
buy them. I'm
yeah,
telling you, I'm gonna
they're
refund you
killer.
if you don't like them. I'd pay.
And you see, when I saw them live, the first time I saw them live was in Denver only a year ago. They've been on the label forever. So we play a festival in Denver, and they get up on stage, and the way the lead singer, Ducky, he's a lovely guy. Like he's
Yeah,
super chill. But when he gets on
gentle
stage,
soul.
it's like he grows 5 feet taller, and he's just huge. He's just like, and his body language is great, and it just fits so perfectly with the kind of music. And they're all into it, and they're all kind of fucked up looking, and it's such a great combination. It's really good. Like, and, and yes, they did actually just roll out of a van. Like they literally rolled out of the van and got on stage, but it looks like they did, and I think that's the genuine look for this band because I've seen other videos and they look the same. So, yeah, they're killer. There are so many good young bands down in the States right now, and I'm hoping to see that in Canada too. We're starting to see a little bit happening, but I mean, like there should be 10 new ska bands in Quebec right now, and I think there's like one. You
Yeah,
know,
I
It's-
know. I know. Even in Quebec City, you got the late night, but
yeah,
they're few. They're really few.
there are few, and we just need to. And when they start happening, I want to get them going. I want to help them, do what we can because I don't want to be chasing the scene. You know what I'm talking about. We got to be the leaders. Come on, let's go.
Matt, you're amazing. You know I love you deeply.
Hey, thanks.
I never take French friends for granted, and I appreciate your friendship over the years and your time and all those
Oh,
great interview we did. And Ozzy just left the stage, so we did an interview on an historical day,
I was
and
actually looking
people,
about that.
yeah,
It's a bummer. I mean, like, he was a huge character, a pillar of rock. Um, but I guess
Lord of Metal.
there it is, man. We're gonna see more and more of that. Like, eh, I remember when my dad was like, I was really shook up over Elvis dying. I was like, eh.
Yeah,
But now they mean a lot more to me when these guys are going down. So,
yeah.
anyway, but yeah, to Ozzy.
People, go grab the records on Stomp Records, go buy the other records, and even those who don't sell a lot because you're gonna be surprised, but they're all part of that pieces of music. And Matt, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for
Merci
still
à toi.
losing money in the name of music.
Yes! Hey, merci
Hey,
beaucoup, hein. J'espère te voir bientôt.
for sure, for
On
sure.
volley
I never
macadam?
missed the Smasher. You are the band I saw the most in my life.
Are you going to on volley macadam?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there
It's gonna be nuts.
I'm gonna write a review, and my girlfriend gonna take pictures. So we're
I
gonna
think
take
it's
the
gonna
best
be
picture of the
ins-
Smasher.
I think it's gonna be an insane time, man. It's gonna be a great lineup and whew, we'll see.
The
All right.
Interrupters are there. They're gonna
Sweet
play at
Mike.
a great place.
Yeah.
Actually, they kind of deserve playing there at that
Yeah.
point and see how beautiful it is because the view and every band I saw
Killer, right?
the Ives arriving for it, and they were the first show in Quebec and seeing the boat because there's a boat, the cruise boat, and they're like, it's amazing. But yeah,
Okay. À
Matt,
bientôt.
je t'aime.
Right on. Moi aussi. À bientôt.
Salut.
Bye.